Hi, I'm here to talk about sex. My partner and I recently started sharing our thoughts and emotions about our sexual experience with each other. We were so thrilled we started talking about this subject, we couldn't stop talking about it wherever we went. While some friends asked for a timeout from our friendship, others showed more understanding and agreed actually meeting with us. Well, I met this couple, two very good friends of mine, and surprisingly, sex came up in the conversation. We talked about our likes and dislikes, our difficulties and fantasies. Eventually, in a moment of intimacy, the guy shared that he watches porn, and the porn that he watches affects on his sexual behavior. His partner, who has found out for the first time her guy watches porn, was very surprised, and soon the evening was over. A few days passed and I haven't heard a word from neither of them, assuming our good friendship has come to an end. And then he calls, and I was like, please let me know everything is fine. So he says, you have no idea of the celebrations we are having at the last few days. We can't take our hands off each other nor stop talking about sex. Society tells us that sex is a topic we shouldn't talk about. We should keep our purity. We must stop deluding ourselves. When we are not talking about sex, it doesn't mean the subject remains untouched. The sexual discourse is being filled up with lies and dirty words, illusions and scripts that are simply unreal. And this is what we take to our bedrooms. I'm going to say it out loud. We are forsaking our sexuality. The silence and shame about speaking about the subject doesn't lead to humbleness. It leads to alienation. Teenagers watch porn. Adults watch porn. Do we really want porn to mediate our sexual behavior? No, of course not. And that's not it. Films, magazines, advertisements are all dictating us how sex will be like, simply because they are the only one talking about it. We had to follow false TV and internet scripts alone, without the mediation of adults. Does it hurt? Does it tickle? Am I supposed to enjoy it? And if I don't enjoy it, what am I supposed to say? These are questions even adults are facing with. Quite a few schools avoid teaching sexual education. And those that are, well, the boys are being taught how to put a condom on a cucumber, and the girls how to say no. I'm sorry, but this is not sexual education. How often did you find yourself as grown-ups lying in bed, the man started putting a condom on a cucumber while the woman said, no! I guess not very often. I invite us to open an honest discussion, not rude nor cheap, yet frank and truthful about what we all experience and don't talk about. Yes, we are all having sex. Yes, even our parents. Imagine that. In this day and age, you don't have to be a politician to have an opinion about politics. And people are demanded to have an opinion about global affairs or the budget management. Well, today I say sex can no longer be dealt only by sexologists. We all must have an educational and moral opinion about this subject, one which is our own. The following story was super inspiring for me and for the people I shared it with. My partner and I held a seminar for men and women. We called it, Let's Talk About Sex. We're amazed to find out many women feel that they often give up on their enjoyment just so the man will reach orgasm. And I'm sure many of you know what I'm talking about. The man said that because women are more complex, they put themselves second trying to please the woman. Do you realize both sexes feel they are expected to please their partners even at the price of their own personal pleasure? And this conversation happened between almost strangers. Think what it can do to your relationships. Think of the educational and social value that can arise when sex will just be out there. The youth will come to us, the adults, to ask about sex and won't learn it from the media. Then we could demand from the education system to take responsibility and break down sex properly for students. Who knows? Maybe by bringing our sexuality to the light, we might reduce sexual violence. All I ask of you today is to talk. Share your expectations or your preferences, but do it without judgment and tons of respect and appreciation. Start with your partner or your friends. Just once. Don't talk about Facebook or health, sports or politics. Talk about sex. At first, it won't be easy. For my partner and I, it wasn't easy as well. But after many days of embarrassment and many hours of practice talking about it, looking back, it got us closer as a couple and more authentic as individuals. I want to thank my partner and thank you all for listening.